So I've got a double header here against Naranagi, and we just decided to do random tier, essentially, just bring whatever we wanted to use, really. And we got two battles because they were pretty quick. So he decided to bring a team of one UU and the rest are U and below, and I just brought a bunch of stuff I felt like using without any particular order to my team, but neither did he. So anyways, the match is going to start off with the amazing choices that we decided to pick for first. And the amazing choices we picked were Whimsicott and Crocodile. So I decided that, you know what, I don't afraid of this Whimsicott, because if I afraid of it, then it would be something that I would be afraid of. But he goes for the substitute, and I'm going to Fire Fang him away because those subs cannot take the teeth of a Crocodile. That's why we have no subs in the swamp areas and other parts of the Everglades and various other places in the US, because all people know that crocodiles and alligators are capable of taking out submarines. So out comes my Rampardos from back when I battled Zebra for like the first time ever, and I'm just going to go for the Fire Punch as he subs up, trying to see what kind of set I am. Trying to see if I was Life Orb or something random, because who honestly runs Life Orb Rampardos unless it's in Trick Room? In which case I'm running a Scarfed Rampardos because there's no other way it could possibly outspeed that thing. So out comes a Samurott. And of course I'm going to want to get out of there because I think he's going to go for Aqua Jet, but I decide to go into my Spiritomb from the last battle I uploaded. And he Swords Dances, so I'm like, oh great, this is not going to end well for me if he tries to get a sweep off. So I professionally live the Waterfall with 23 HP, and get off a Will-O-Wisp, which thankfully hits. Unlike last battle where it decided to miss a million times. So he's got Aqua Jet to finish me off because with +2, well even without the +2 he would finish me off, but he's at neutral essentially with the burn. So out comes my awful mana trick from my Ruber team that was awful, and he's going to Aqua Jet me. I'm going to live it thanks to the burn, and I'm going to Thunderbolt him into death. He thought that I would predict him to go into his mana trick, but I was like, man, you ain't going to switch, man. And there's some stuff that pops up that I need to edit out, but that's not important right now. He's going to bring out his Rick Ashley, or rather Ashley, because it's named after somebody he knows apparently. But I decided to go for the stupid version of the name, so out comes my Gallade because I wanted to attempt to do stuff to this Gardevoir with the opposite sex version of Gardevoir. But then again, we don't really know if it's gender related or actual physical body part related for Gallade and Gardevoir, because Gardevoir can be both of the male and female gender as far as Pokemon stuff goes, but we don't know if they're actually male or female depending on what they were born with. So yeah, more complicated stuff of sex versus gender in my videos. Isn't that great? Out comes Murasaki, his main trick, because we both brought main tricks and we both brought a version of the Ralts family. So gonna go out to my Nidoqueen from God knows when. I honestly can't remember when I last used this thing, but he's going to switch down, go out to Ice Barriers. I Fire Blast because I wanted to get the Sheer Force boosted Fire Blast off, and since I have no investment in special attack whatsoever, I'd say it's a decent chunk, but not important. He's going to Ice Beam me, not do a, well, he does it a lot, but I just keep going for Fire Blasts because I figure it's a 3-hit KO, and there might be a chance that he might go for another move or predict something, or something, I don't know. He could go for any crazy move of his arsenal, but he decides to just go for Ice Beams again. But as we all know, that the Cryogonal is very bulky, not because of its base special defense, without any investment in being as much as a positive-natured, maxed-out base 90 special defense. With no investment. That's kind of ridiculous. Out comes the Manic Trick again after I kill off his Paper Thin physical defense, Cryogonal, because all ice types are made of Paper Thin defense, except for certain ones, which we all know how great of a defensive typing ice type is. I'm going to live this hit and just keep going for Shadow Sneaks. Now, had I just gone for close combat, I would have been able to kill this thing faster, but I just kept going for Shadow Sneaks because I was afraid that he would just kill me off, and I want to get as much damage done on him as possible. So now I go out to Rampardos again. And I want to hopefully outspeed and just kill him off easily, but I think he might switch, so I'm just going to go for Head Smash, but he doesn't. And had I just gone for Earthquake or something, I might have actually had a better time here, but he goes out to his Gardevoir, which is his last. And had I kept Gallade, I would have been able to probably... I could have won probably if I had Gallade still. But, he decides to get rich to go calc a Psychic from Gardevoir at a Rampardos, and it turns out that only if he gets max damage can he kill me, but he wouldn't be able to kill me if I was at full. So now we're just waiting for him to go for Psychic, and he's going to kill me because he gets max. So yeah, that was a good game, Naranagi. And now for the Lulzy game, because we decided to rematch, because I was like, yo, let's do another battle. And we're going to use different teams. And this match is going to be kind of boring, so that's why I'm including it with this, because it's a doubleheader. But it's also hilarious at the same time. So Nagi brings a lot of stuff that's weak to Stealth Rocks, and I was like, yeah, I brought Stealth Rocks. And he's like, don't use it. But I actually didn't bring Stealth Rocks, I was just messing with him because he told me not to. So I was like, oh yeah, I brought Stealth Rocks. You know, typical taunting of people that bring stuff when they're like, oh my god, Stealth Rocks ruins my team. So we're going to begin the battle now. As you can tell from the screen going black, tends to do that in Pokemon Black and White. It seems like they were trying to come up with some sort of metaphor there because, you know, the games are black and white and the screens are black and white. Anyways, enough pointless babbling about stuff that is unimportant. Nagi is going to lead with his, what did he lead with? Oh yeah, he's going to lead with his, what's that thing called? I don't remember. I'm gonna Lovely Kiss this thing. I can't believe I don't remember its name. I mean, really. Why don't I remember its name? I think in... For some reason I'm thinking... I don't even know. The only names that's coming to mind is I think its Japanese name, which is Basurao, but I know that's not its English name. Anyways, I Lovely Kiss, and he's going to eventually wake up and go for Aqua Jet and do decent chunk to me. Actually, more than a decent chunk because he does a lot. And I decided to just go for an Ice Beam because I figured it would kill him at that range. I didn't want to miss Focus Blast, and I also didn't want to just go for the Psycho Shock or whatever. In case he went into something like, I don't know what, I don't really know what I was fearing there. So I go down because of Life Orb, and he's going to bring out his Beautiful as I bring out my Johnny the Swanna. And this is the part where it's just like... wow, really? So, I go for the Hurricane, and I'm going to unquestionably kill this Beautifly off, because it's Beautifly. I mean, really, what do you expect? And I'm actually going to get off a Swanna sweep here, because Swanna is just amazing. So, out comes a Articuno, and we're both flapping our wings at each other at the same sort of rate thing, and we're just like, oh, look at my wingspan's bigger than yours. And, just going to keep going for the Hurricanes. I'm going to get a crit here, and he's going to sub, which is just like, really? He was not happy about that. I'm pretty sure you could tell, but I mean, nobody would be happy about that. So I go for another Hurricane. I'm going to hit again, and he's like, what, do you have no guard or something? And I'm like, no, I don't have no guard, and I'm just getting lucky, I guess. So he goes out to his Escavalier now, and I'm going to go for the Hurricane again, because I'm choice locked into it. I am choice Scarf, as if it wasn't obvious from before. And just going to go for the Hurricane, and I'm going to get Confusion Hacks here, and he's going to hit himself. So this is just a whole repeating thing of events of him just hitting himself, and now I'm actually going to start missing Hurricanes as he keeps hitting himself, which is just hilarious. Because it's just like, really? Come on, game, what is up with this? So he keeps hitting himself, I'm going to keep hitting my... not hitting my Hurricanes, rather. And he's going to just keep getting confused, which is just weird. So, I'm recording this at like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to upload it sometime in the near future, probably after I get back from class. I don't know, actually. I could upload it before I go to class. It'll probably be done before I leave, though, which wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm just going to keep watching him hit himself with Confusion, and Swan's just like, yo, man, what you doing? What you doing? As I just sit in here showing him that I have a wing spread. Going to miss his Hurricane, he's going to snap out of Confusion, and he's going to knock off my Choice Scarf, which actually helps me out. Unbeknownst to him. Well, actually, he probably knows it's going to help me out. So I'm going to go for Hurricane again, because I figure there's no sense of going for Surf, because Surf has lower base power. And I want to get as much damage as I can. So I get another Confusion off with my Hurricane, which is awesome, because he's going to hit himself in Confusion. And now I'm going to go for a move that I know won't miss, because I don't want to randomly have him pull out the Rest or something. But he doesn't, because I want to hit him with Surf, and Surf can't miss unless there's some evasion mechanics going on and shenanigans. I know this is boring to watch, but it's still kind of hilarious. Now he's gonna go out to Psycho because he's like, okay, I need to knock off that choice scarf so I can win. And I'm like, you can't win, man. You cannot beat the power of Swanna. He is going to go for an aerial ace after contemplating for a little while, letting Scyther hit its little scythes together, or sickles. I don't exactly know what we're going with here. And more stuff popping up out of the screen because I live record my matches with Camtasia and I use Desmumi's built-in recording function when I'm recording from the battle recorder, which I hardly ever do because I just prefer doing this and having it done already. So he's going to let me live on 12 and he's going to die from a hurricane, and now he brings out his last, which is his Embor, and he is going to die unquestionably to a hurricane. So yeah, that was a bad game, Naranagi, because honestly Swanna should never sweep. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the matches. Leave comments, I love comments, and leave a like if you want to, leave a dislike if you want to, etc., etc., what everybody says when they end their battles and stuff nowadays.